Okay, the second way of adding students is this, and I'm out of email addresses or I do it, but I'm going to kind of fake like I'm doing it. Pre-stat, I'm out of email addresses. Okay, so I'm going to log out, and what the student is going to see when day one rolls around is this. They're going to see a list of the beta site for learning, because it is still in beta, uh, and a list of classes available to take. So, media prepress, and this comes up. Over here I have create a new account. Now the student can input it in. The student can have a username. Be sure to tell the student to use first name, last name. Okay? First name, period, last name. And then a password of their choosing or your choosing. Again, as the teacher, you are able to go in here and change the password, or not look at what the current password is, but allow the student to change it. There's an email address, city, town. Remember, the Child Protection Act states, not to give location of said student. So be sure to tell them to put Singapore or wherever, um, the opposite of where they live. All right, and they can put Bangladesh, which is kind of cool. All right, so that's how it works. Now, what happens is it will email the student. The student must go to that email address and click on it. After the student clicks on it, they are now inside the classroom. Now, one thing the student must do as a new student, going to log in as Jill. Okay, I am now in the eyes of the student. I'm in the eyes of the student. Um, right here, you say click in here and add a new student. This link will no longer work for Jill because Jill is not an administrator or a student maker. So it's just going to be there, but she can't use it. Since I added Jill manually, there's a missing button in here that says enroll in class. So if you're having your students go out and go through their email, the only thing different, they have to go in here and click this magical button that says enroll in class. Without doing that, they cannot participate in the class. Okay, but they can look at the grades, which I haven't give Jill anything yet. But that's how it works in the eyes of a student. All right, another thing is, now that we're joggling between student and teacher, let's just say I'm a teacher. If I'm in media prepress and I'm making a bunch of assignments in here, I can switch the role to be a student and see what they see. Now I can see what the quiz looks like. The quiz has one attempt. Just like in the previous videos where I said, well, I will not see that until I'm a student, now I can see it because I'm a teacher in the role of a student. And this is what their quiz looks like. It's in a secure window. They cannot go in here and right click in a secure window. Okay, some students are savvy enough to read JavaScript, so they can't do that. All right, so I can submit all and finish. And I can close this out and I can go right in here. All right, so that's how it works with adding users, managing users, adding users to groups, and looking through the eyes of a user. Let's see, now I can go return to my normal role. What's really cool about groups is I can also take my assignments. Let's say reading assignment 1, update this assignment. Now, if you go down here, visible groups, separate groups. Now I can assign it to either AM or PM. Okay, so that's a nice thing about groups too, is now you can separate your assignments based on not only reading, but reading and then whoever is in the AM. So really cool feature. All right, so that's it for managing users, and we'll go on with the lessons.